Hi there, welcome to my first scrap with me. I am making this page here of my son on a Chromebook and I'm doing it with some free software, so I will show you how to do it in detail. Every week I do try and stream live. All the details will be in the description below if you want to check me out. We're going to dive straight in. We're going to go up to New, down to More, which is where Google Drawings is hiding, and it's right there, so click on that, wait for it to load. Once that's done, I'll go to File, because we want to set up the size of the page. So down to Page Setup, and then click where it says Standard 4:3. I'm going to go down to Custom, click on that, and here I'm going to go down. Normally you can just go to inches and do, say, 6x8. We'll do 6x8 page, so 6x8 there. But if you go down to pixels, it's really small. So if you want to print it, you're going to have to do something about that. So I have gone on to Google here, but 6x8 inches, 300 dots per inch, because that's really good print quality. Anyone who does digital scrapbooking knows, like 12x12 pages, 300 dots per inch is about 3,600, I think. Anywho, so here we are. It says pixelcalculator.com, down to inch, put in length, is 6 by height 8, resolution 300, and calculate, and that'll come up with 1800 by 2400 pixels. So we're going to go back to the Google drawing and put that information in there. So now if I want to, I can have it printed. So I'm going up to my title and I'm calling it Dylan, Moon and Back, in brackets, print. And then we're just going to close that page down. Now straight away here I am in Google Photos, so I'm going to right click, copy image, and I'm going to go over to and paste. So that's one way you can put images into Google Drawings and search. Another way, I have some saved to my Google Drive here, just the pieces that I was going to be using for this page. As you can see, if I double click on this one, it'll load just the pieces that I'm going to be using. So that's one way of doing it. So from here you go up to Insert, to Image, and here are loads of different ways. So I'm going to click on Drive. You can click on My Drive and find the folder that way, but as it's a recent one, it's going to show up in my recent. So I'm going to use that one instead. And scroll down and find the paper, and then just click on it, insert it, and then I'm going to adjust it by pulling it out to the page size. And if you move it to the center, you see the guidelines come up. I'll double click on it and then the bounding bars comes up to crop. So instead of pulling on the blue one, you want to click on the black one and pull that across, and then click off entirely, and then it is cropped to the exact page size, so you know what you're working with. So I'm going to go back into my drive. But some of the other ways you can do it, you can go directly onto your computer into the folder that you've got it in, click and drag the file to the canvas in the browser itself. You can do it that way. Another way is you could click on Insert, Picture, and then Upload. So you just find the file and then it inserts it that way as well. So here I'm just trying to eyeball the right size for the mat that I'm trying to make here, because I want the mat on the background paper to make the rest of the stuff really pop from the back. So I'm just trying to adjust that using those black bounding boxes. adjusting it up. And then now I can click on it and use those red guides to get a better idea. And when I click on it, let's just adjust that a smidge. There we go. And make sure it's aligned in the center. Now when I click on it, I go up to format options and there's an option for a drop shadow. We will dive back into that a little bit better later on. Now I'm just going to pull my picture over, but as it is at the back, I need to order all my items on the page. This is a bit like layers in Photoshop. So I just need to send the background to the back and then send the next one back a bit further so that my picture is to the front. I'm just going to adjust the size to how I want it and eyeball it roughly like as if it's a Polaroid picture. And as you can see, I've zoomed in and you can kind of tell the print quality that it's gonna be. So I'm gonna click off of there. Look at adding some more of my other items. So again, back into Drive. And pull that in. Just gonna adjust this down, but I want it to look like it's kind of going around the mat, the photo mat. So I will need to zoom in really close and see all the dirt on my son's face. And the good thing about this one is this one's already got a drop shadow on it. So that's why I chose this one. There's one with a drop shadow and one without. So I went straight for the one with the drop shadow. So I'm just gonna move this across so it kind of just extends a bit from the mat. Like so. And scroll across. And scroll down a bit. And then pull that up just so it looks right. And as you can see, you can see that it like is trying to snap to the edge of the mat, which all really does come in handy in some situations, but not in this one. Now to get to the zoom, you can also go to view and click zoom that way and click fit. So, and then it goes right back to the middle and you can adjust it that way. But I've been doing this for so many years now. I am so used to using all the shortcut keys, which does come in handy. So I'm just going to adjust this down a little bit. You can use your arrow keys as well if you want to. But now I am going to be adding some more bits and bobs, so I'm just going to speed this little process up. Now I've rotated that cloud, I am going to drop shadow, and here are all the additional settings to get things looking just right. I'm still experimenting with these settings, so I'm not entirely sure. I can't say for sure this is how it should look, but I've been having fun having a play with it anyway. So I'm changing the distance because it's a bit more of a puffy item, and the blur radius, increasing that again. It's pretty hard to tell because it's on my son's hair, but I'm just trying to get a better idea. So I'm moving it over a bit to have a look. And I don't want black, I want it more of a grey colour, like a dark grey. And now I've done that one, I'm just going to scroll down and take a look at the stitching. Again, I'm zoomed in 100% so I can see better at what it's actually going to look like. I'm just going to adjust the colour back to dark grey and then play around with the blur radius and distance till it looks about right for me. But as I've already been through all this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed it up and make the process just that little bit quicker for you. And here's the final page, all completed and ready to be printed and put into my album. So I hope that's helped, or at least encourage you to give it a try. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe for some future videos.